6:30 this morning, and I can hear a few wood ducks off to my left. So hopefully as the morning wears on, they'll start making their way into the woods where we're set up. Now it's just a waiting game. Well, that went pretty good. We had probably about 6 wood ducks in here first thing. We had 2 swim right in front of the blind. They went right up to the logs we put out yesterday, and they just kind of looked over at the blind. They could tell it was new, but they never spooked. They just slowly went back out to the pond, and I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna hang out here for a few more hours today and see if I can get any more action, and just maybe they'll sit on those logs. So stay with me and let's see what happens. So we got a lot of wood ducks in here, but they're not really congregating in front of me. No surprise, but they're probably about 20-30 yards down, further down. Got a Drake wood duck right now, jumped up on a log, and he's just kind of sitting there resting and preening a little bit. But beautiful bird. Been in here for about 2 hours, and we're gonna patiently wait at least till lunchtime and see if they come in a little bit further. But all in all, I'm not mad about this morning. This is beautiful. They are such a beautiful, beautiful bird. Love this kind of stuff. Here, let me show you what I'm seeing on the back of the camera here. So as you can see, got a drake right there, and there's a couple swimming behind them. So, of course, they don't come in here, but that's just, hey, this is part of it. I'm having a ball. So this is what I like. I love it. Look at him, he's closing his eye, resting. 2 drakes back on that same log as the one was here earlier. They were kind of doing a mating ritual just a few minutes ago. They were chasing a hen around, and they jumped up on this same log as that one did, and now they're up there preening. So I think later this afternoon I might move this blind back down just a little bit. That way I can get a really clear shot of this perch, because they're used to it, and I've seen them on it about 3 different times this morning. So I think that's what I'm going to do. If not today, definitely tomorrow. I'm going to move the blind and make sure I get a clear shot of that log. It's about a foot and a half off the top of the water. So I think that's what I'll do, because that's something that they're used to sitting on, and to get some preening shots of wood ducks would be amazing. So, oh man, this is great. They're sitting there stretching their wings, everything. That's awesome. And as soon as they're done, they get back down in the water. So this is great. This is exactly what I was wanting to do today. Just come in here, scout, see what they're doing, where they're moving, and figure out a game plan from there. So, all right, let me put this down, because they're starting to get down back in the water now. So one just jumped down. All right, this was great. Let me show you, let's see. That's what they were doing. How awesome is that? So like I said, they're what they're doing, it seems like they're right up on the edge of a pond. I'm right up on the edge of a pond, and they're staying out in the morning at least, in the pond, in the edge of the pond, and then they just do make their way on the inside edge of the woods, which is where those logs are that they're jumping on. So, and just kind of sitting there hanging out, preening, and they get back in the water and go back out there and do that again. So that's perfect. I'll take that any day. So I'll, if not this afternoon, definitely tomorrow, I'm going to come back and move this blind to where I can get a really good clean shot of that perch, and then be ready for some photos. So it's been a great morning so far. I'm tickled. I really am. I've seen maybe 8 different wood ducks, I believe. Only one female, which this is the time of year where they're mating and she's starting to lay eggs. So seeing the females is going to be fewer with each passing day. But I'm fine with photographing the drakes. So all in all, it's been a great morning. I'm gonna hang out here. I've been here about 3 hours, and I'm gonna hang out here for a few more, and we'll see what happens. So we wait again. Well, it's been about 4 hours now, and it's still good, still very good. They're coming in about every 15 to 20 minutes. They'll circle around, come in close. They're getting ever so closer to the little logs that I put out yesterday with Tyler. But the first 2 wood ducks this morning swam right in front of it, not probably 10 foot right in front of me. And they didn't get up there. They were a little worried, or weary, I should say, about the blind. I did have another drake swim in front of me, kind of real quick, and then he went back out. But all in all, it's been a great morning so far. Finally saw a hen close enough that I could get some video of her. She kind of jumped up on that same log, excuse me, actually, and did some preening as well. So all in all, I'm happy. So I'm gonna wait probably another 2 hours, and then I'm gonna head out. That'll be midday, and I'll give it a little break, and then I'll probably come back for maybe the last few hours of the day, just to see what happens in the afternoon. So all in all, it's good so far. All right, what a morning. Got in here about 6:30, and we've probably saw around, I think, 8 wood ducks, if I can remember correctly. But it's been a great morning. The mission was to come in here and to scout and see where they were using any natural perches that they were using, and it was a success. I watched them all morning. They'd come around this end of the pond about every 15 minutes or so, and there's one natural perch that they're using. Almost every time they swim by it, they'll jump up on it, and so I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna get out of here, come back maybe in a couple hours, and when I know they're not in here, and I'm gonna check and see if there's a spot that I can move my blind a little bit further down so I can have a clear shot to that perch. Drake's got on it, the hen got on it, they preened on it all morning, and I just had an awesome time. I didn't take any photos, maybe about 1 or 2, and most of the time I was just kind of watching and learning. This was all a learning trip, and so it was great, loved it, and I'm gonna come back probably every day this week and see if we can find the right spot to get the right photo that I'm after. And I really want to get a good shot of a drake or 2 on that one log, that perch that they preen on. That's what I'm after. So let me get out of here before I spook them. They're right around the corner here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what we can get next time. Alright, so it's a little bit later this afternoon. We were out here photographing the wood ducks this morning and had a great time, and they were really favoring 2 stumps, 2 natural perches. And so Tyler and I are in here. You can see him right over my shoulder. He's out there in the waders clearing out a couple of limbs. So we're going to move the ground blind about 15 yards down. That way I can see this tree over here that the 2 were preening on, and then there's another one that's right beside Tyler that they were, a couple of them actually had jumped on. So we're just clearing a little bit of those dead limbs out of the way, and then we're going to move the ground blind down, and that way next time we come in we should be able to have a really good opportunity to photograph them, because they were swimming all around right in here. And so that was the main goal from this morning's session, was just to see, scout out, and learn. And now I should probably do it one more day, but I've learned enough, I think, that it will pay off by moving the blind down, so I don't think it'll hurt. And so this afternoon, later this evening, I'm try to come back, or tomorrow afternoon, and sit in here, and hopefully this pays off. So photographing wood ducks is a learning process. I've done it once or twice before, but I really want to concentrate on them this spring, and I think we're in a great location to get some really good photos. So a little patience, a little hard work, I think it'll pay off. So let's clear a few more of these limbs out, and then move the blind, and then go ahead and get out of here, because we don't want to spook them too much. So I'm excited. Let's do it. Alright, everything is good to go. We've got the blind moved down about 15 yards from where we had it set up this morning. I've got a clear shot to the log, the perch that they were using, the multiple birds were using at once, and then there's a secondary one to my right. So I've got one on my left, one on my right. It should work out. So it's about 2 o'clock now. We're gonna probably come back about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and see what the afternoon activity is like. And then we'll probably have to come back another afternoon or another morning this week. I think the mornings may be a little bit better, but I'm not sure. So, but at any rate, the blind's in the new spot. Let's go ahead and get out of here, and we'll come back and hopefully have some really good images and video of wood ducks. Alright guys, it's I don't even know what time it is. It's like maybe 4 o'clock. Alright, it's 4:43. We just sat down in the blind and had 3 wood ducks swim like maybe 10 feet in front of us. So unfortunately they just went to where we moved the blind from this morning, so that makes sense. But we're gonna be patient, see what happens, and just maybe they're gonna come back out and get on one of these 2 perches. So we're definitely in a wood duck hotspot. So now we just gotta practice a lot of patience. So I'm gonna shut up now and hope that some swim by and land right in front of us. So I'll show you what we see. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love it. Man, doesn't get any better than that right there.